You're watching LWT, or is that just a figment of our imaginations? We may know more following an investigation of the paranormal. It's beyond belief.
The world of the paranormal. Is it real? Is it an illusion? Or is it simply beyond belief? Thank you very much. Hello, good evening, and welcome to Beyond Belief, the first ever live television investigation into the world of the paranormal. During the next hour, with the help of our guests from around the world, we'll be attempting to show you things you've never seen before live as they happen. Or as they don't happen, because it's 10 experiments, and I don't know any more than you how many will work. From the United States, the lady who walks on coals, burning at 1500 degrees Fahrenheit. From Russia, the amazing mind reader, Boris Tulchinsky. And later on, we'll be asking all of you to join us in the biggest ever experiment conducted into the power of the paranormal. But right now, our two main protagonists. First, will you welcome, please, Mr. Uri Geller. Well, how are you feeling, Yuri? Is the spirit with you tonight?
Yeah, I feel okay, but listen, I'm nervous, you know. I'm a human being, and, you know, what you're about to see here tonight is real. And, you know, sometimes things just don't happen. That's why I'm nervous. Otherwise, I feel great.
And you're going to give somebody a car tonight?
Absolutely, that's the big one. Someone out there will be an owner of a beautiful, brand new car.
Perfect, yes, yes. When he says out there, incidentally, don't want to disappoint our audience here, it's not just out there, but it's out there as well. Anyway, and now to a man who should also know more than just a bit about the paranormal and its phenomena. He grew up with a ghost, and he was almost expelled from school for making the furniture fly about. He's now the country's leading psychic healer. Will you welcome, please, Mr. Matthew Manning. Of the things you're going to try and do tonight, what's the most important? What are you going to try?
To actually heal somebody, or hopefully get a result with something which we can see, something which is demonstrable, so you can see that a change has taken place.
Here tonight, in the course of the next hour. Right, terrific. Well, Yuri's going to start us off. Yes. And Yuri, you've got something that you want to do first of all. One of the most intriguing of all the things you're going to do.
Yes, I'm going to try to demonstrate something really amusing, humorous, and I want to teach you how to do this, because there is no explanation how this works. I need some volunteers, and I actually need someone really heavy. I don't want to use the word fat, but you look, come on, get up, come. What's your name? Paul. Paul, come over to me. Can you come to me? What's your name? Richard. Okay, Richard, someone from down there, and you, come over to me. All right, come to the center, right here. Paul, I want you to sit on this chair. I want one more man. You with a light blue shirt. Come over. Yep, the blonde. Now, this is very important what I'm about to tell you. I want you to stand here. I want you to stand there. And you stand here. Now, pay attention. Paul, right?
Yes.
Paul is not a thin man. You all agree with me. Now, in order to lift Paul up, just with our fingers stuck under his knees and armpits is impossible. And maybe you've seen this done before, and you were amazed, but this time I'm going to teach you how to do it the right way. Now, to demonstrate that it's impossible to lift him up, we're going to do the following. Paul, you just relax, all right? You feel okay?
Fine.
All right.
At the moment.
Now, do this with your fingers. 4 of us. All right. You can change places with me. You stick your fingers right under his knees. You stick your fingers under his armpit. It's not wet. You stick your... All right. Go on. We are going to try to lift him, and you will see, try, that it's impossible. Okay, but you did try, yes? It's really impossible, and you'll try it later at home. But now look what's going to happen to Paul. I'm going to do it one time. The person who stands here puts, I'm putting my hand over his head first, without touching him. You're next, one hand, any hand over mine. Don't touch me, because then it doesn't work. You're next, and you're next. Now we do the same thing over again. I'm first, you're next. No, don't take your hand away. Put it back, yeah. Okay, and you're next. Now, something strange is happening to Paul on the chair. Don't ask me how it is done, but he is going to be very, very light when we try to lift him now, I hope. Now look, 4 of you, 4 of us. When I say the word go, I want you to pull your hand away first, then you, then me, and we do it over again. We pull our hands away. We do the same things with our fingers. We stick them in the same place, and I say 1, 2, 3, lift! And we should lift, and it should be much lighter, and we'll be able to lift him up. Okay, ready? Go. You first. You, me, you. Now, same thing, watch this. In 1, 2, 3, go! Look, go! Okay. Right? Wait, just a second. Now, honestly, what did you feel?
Elation. It was fun.
Right. Now, am I true? Wasn't he lighter?
Yes, very.
It's just incredible. Now, what I believe, this is my theory, that the pyramids were built like that. Something happens around either the gravity field or, but anyhow, please, everyone, at home, if you try to do it, don't put a thin person on the chair, because I've seen people go like that, and they fly into the air, they hit their heads on the ceiling, and they fall down. So when you try to do it at home, always use someone really heavy. Please clap hands to them.
And the guy said that he felt lighter. Well, now, it's obvious that this is a television studio, not a scientific laboratory. However, along with the 300 independent observers who make up our audience tonight, we're delighted in the interests of scientific scrutiny to welcome Britain's, if not the world's, most respected, prolific writer on the paranormal, Mr. Colin Wilson. And from Germany's Max Planck Institute, physicist Dr. Friedbert Kader. Thank you. That is extraordinarily impressive. What went on there, Colin, do you think?
Uri did this with me for the first time 20 years ago. I certainly had no feeling of loss of weight as I shot up into the air, but I am convinced that what happens is that human beings have far greater strength and power than they realize, that as soon as you get yourself into a certain state of tension, interest, and focused concentration, as you do, incidentally, it does work if you place your hands on top of one another, then suddenly your sheer focus somehow releases some kind of force in your muscles, and I think that is the secret.
That's fascinating. You two can hit the roof if you really want to. Friedbert, what did you think on watching that?
Well,
do you agree with Colin?
I would say the same, that you don't feel more the weight, but it would be very easy to make an experiment to bring all the 5 persons to a weighing machine, and then you would see if all they would lose a little weight or not.
But you've got to get there within 7 seconds or something during that central piece, perhaps.
Yeah, but you could measure it, and I think the explanation is that what Colin said. Yeah.
Thank you both very much indeed. And now Matthew Manning again. Something that many people can do, but with a special emphasis here on the whole area of healing and so on. Right, Matthew?
In a way, it's a bit like the demonstration that Uri's just done. It's a very interesting mind-body demonstration to show that, as I know, thoughts do affect the body positively or negatively.
Perfect. And indeed, to help Matthew, here to prove his point is one of Britain's most popular battlers. From ITV's Gladiators to prove his point, will you welcome her, Panther? Welcome. And I'm going to leave you two young people together.
Thank you.
This is a very interesting demonstration. Are you left or right-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Would you think that your right side, your right arm, your right leg is stronger than your left?
I would think so, yes.
That's what I would assume as well.
Yeah.
What I wanted you to do in a moment is to think of something that makes you feel really happy, inspired, positive, creative, anything that's really positive. Think about it for maybe 10, 15 seconds. Let your body really absorb it in these big muscles. When you feel ready, when you feel you've absorbed it, I want you to put your left arm out like that. And when I say resist, I want you then to use every ounce of your strength to prevent me from pushing your arm back down to your side.
My weakest arm, yeah?
Yeah, so in your own time, on a positive thought.
Okay.
Right, all your strength, really resist. Which just goes to show how weak I am. Right, now I'd like you to do the same thing again, but this time I want you to think about something that really makes you feel angry, hostile, jealous, something that really makes you feel very, very
I'm not
negative.
going to tell them what I'm thinking.
No, you don't have to tell them. No, just think it. Really let your body take that in as well. And then when you feel ready, I want you to put your right arm out. And again, when I say resist, use your strength to resist it. So 15 seconds on a negative thought. It's very curious, though, because you'd think that your left arm would be the weaker one.
Yeah.
And yet that, on the positive thought, was absolutely locking, and there was no way that I was going to
Completely,
shift
yeah.
that.
Completely.
Your right arm, which you would have thought was going to be your stronger arm, just collapsed down.
It did, yeah.
And I used
As if
my
I
left
didn't
hand on both
resist it,
occasions
yeah.
to make it fair.
And I don't believe that, you said, after it
Okay.
happens, right?
No.
Why do you think it happened?
I have no idea how it could happen because I would have thought the right arm would have resisted him even much more, but it didn't feel as if he was putting as much pressure on the right arm, yet it went down so easy. I felt the pressure on the left arm, but it just went down so easy. It was unbelievable.
That's fascinating. Panther, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Matthew. We'll see you again later. Thank you very much indeed. And Panther felt even less pressure on that right-hand side compared to the left. The world of the paranormal covers a huge expanse of the unexplained. And tonight we'll be concentrating, particularly as you've seen so far, on two areas in particular. Telepathy, where without any words being spoken, one person can apparently communicate with another. And what scientists call psychokinesis, mind over matter. And speaking of mind over matter, and speaking of telepathy, Yuri.
Thank you, David. You know, David, I've done many times telepathy experiments all over the world, in laboratories and institutions and just with people. But tonight, I'm going to do I think the biggest telepathy demonstration live with you people at home. Now, as you can see, we have four symbols: the square, the star, circle, and a cross. I chose one symbol, and it's in my pocket. It's in a black envelope. No one knows this symbol but me.
Right. We gave him all four of the symbols. This is the one that he picked.
Now, I'm going to attempt to transmit to you people at home the symbol. It's in my mind, and I'm visualizing it very strongly.
Right, so if you think Yuri's transmitting when we actually start the full transmission in a moment, then telephone. Telephone, if you think it's the square, to 0891 400 701. 0891 400 702 for the star. 703 for the circle. 704 for the cross. And don't worry if you didn't get those full numbers, I'll repeat them in a moment. So, ready to vote? Over to you.
Okay, here goes. First time ever.
Right.
I'm visualizing the symbol in my mind. And you people at home, there are millions of you. I'm actually communicating now with millions of people. maybe 11, 12, 13 million people. Here goes. I'm transmitting it to you. I'm visualizing it. Open up your minds. Try to see it. Try to feel it. I'm really strongly passing it to you one more time. Okay.
So vote now, if you would. Choose now one of the symbols and call the appropriate number. The square is 0891 400 701. The star 0891 400 702. The circle 0891 400 703. The cross 0891 400 704. And we'll be back with the result in just a moment. And while we're on the subject of the next part of the program, can this man really read your mind? Well, nothing's impossible if it's beyond belief.